All right, welcome into the show. Creative Crypto here. And I know what you guys are thinking. Where have I been? Why haven't I been making videos? And the truth is, I've just been burned out from the social media side of cryptocurrency. I've still been following the markets, checking the charts, investing here and there. But as far as getting on here, making some videos, social media type of things, I've been a little burned out. And for those that don't know the story of this channel and the story of my crypto journey, started in 2017. I grew a YouTube channel to over 3,000 subscribers and had a great community and just enjoyed it. Enjoyed the journey, enjoyed finding new gems and crypto passive income. And it was fun. It was definitely a great experience. Then, once my channel started getting big, I started getting hit with different copyright strikes and false strikes and things against my channel. So basically, YouTube deleted my channel for no reason. And so I basically had to start over from scratch. And it's just been tough. I just really haven't had the same motivation to make the videos and do things. You know, when I first got started in this crypto space, it was to mine Ethereum at the time. And I basically built my own computer, my own mining rig. The problem was the graphics cards that I had purchased actually couldn't mine Ethereum. I could mine Zcash and Monero if I wanted to, but it just wasn't really profitable for the energy I was going to be consuming. So I decided to pivot at that point, and that's when I discovered crypto YouTube and BitConnect and all those other passive income style platforms that were back in the day at that time. Some of you might not even know what those are, but yes, I've seen all of this stuff. I've seen it through the phases that it goes through. Started with the centralized platforms like the BitConnects, then it went to the ICO phase like the Regal coins, the Devor coins, the Ethereum ERC20 tokens. Everybody was creating ERC20 tokens, getting pre-sales, and it was just a total just shit show at the time. And people made a lot of money. There's a lot of money to be made. There's also a lot of money to be lost. And I lost quite a bit amount. I made some in the process, and a little bit here and there. You know, you go along the journey and you find what works, what doesn't. You see the phases, you see the trends. You know, then it went into the decentralized aspect with P3D, the pyramid style DApp game that was on the Ethereum network. That was great. And then once the Ethereum fees started getting too high, people pivoted to Tron. So they went to Tron and then also to Binance Smart Chain now. And then you got tons of them now. You got some on Avalanche, Phantom, you name it. There's a third layer solution pretty much everywhere these days. Now, the problem with those is they don't really have any staying power except for Binance and some other certain ones that are pretty respectable, like Solana, like Avalanche is pretty good as well. There's one that's going to be coming up that I actually think is going to be better than all of these, which is Pulse Chain. Pulse Chain is made by Richard Hart, and I really think it's going to be incredible, guys. We saw Luna's rise from literally 12 cents to $100 and completely crashed because they weren't built on a sustainable ecosystem. Well, Richard Hart is making sure that Pulse Chain is going to be built on a sustainable ecosystem from the start. So imagine what that thing could pump up to. We could see Pulse Chain take over where Luna was up here, somewhere within the top 10 of market cap, at least 10 billion or more is kind of what I'm expecting over time with Pulse Chain. It's not going to happen overnight, but I do think over time, give it a few years, Pulse Chain will be up here with its use cases and different things. Now, Hex is what Richard Hart first created, and I didn't get into Hex really much. I did get into it a little bit, into the lobbies and stuff, not at the right time, but in Hex, if you had gotten in at the right time, you could have definitely made millions. I do know some people that did make millions on Hex, and it's just really great for them. I sometimes go back and look at the lobbies and see, you know, just how crazy it was during the time. So the problem with Hex, though, is you can't build on top of Hex. Hex is a store of value, and it has a staking aspect to it, and that aspect is creating passive income, a sustainable passive income. And so Richard Hart decided to pivot, and he wanted a programmable blockchain. And so that's why he's coming out with Pulse Chain, which is going to be pretty big. So that's kind of what I'm waiting on as far as a home run is concerned. I'm always trying to find the next home run play. It doesn't always work out. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. There's different plays, like Shiba was a home run play for a lot of people a couple years ago, or actually about a year or so ago. And that one I didn't get in as well. I didn't even know about Shiba. Doge, Doge back in the day was a joke in a lot of the Telegram chats. People would always say, what should we invest in? What low cap coin?" And people would always say, Doge, Doge. I was in this one chat room called the Pond or something, the Crypto Pond. It ended up being pretty much a scam group, but yeah, there were some funny guys in there at the time. A lot of them were in the passive income space, and they were all into Dogecoin and these little Dogecoin miners. That was back in like 2018, 2019, before any of these miners even existed. And so, yeah, I got into some of those, lost my Doge of those. I wasn't able to hold on to Doge because Exodus Wallet actually wasn't supporting Doge at the time. So I didn't have anywhere to store my Doge. But yeah, other than that, just been trying to accumulate, been holding some Bitcoin and stuff. So my strategy now with this market is you find some gems to hold on to. I made a video on this channel, a 1 year hodl strategy of different coins. I am still hodling most of those coins. I didn't sell at the peak, which I probably should have, but I do think they're going to go back up fairly soon. And I do think Bitcoin is definitely going to go back up towards the end of the year. So that's what this video is about, guys. Just kind of going over the charts real quick, kind of show you what I look at and what I look at a daily basis, and kind of see the charts and analyze, because I have a different original way of analyzing the charts. I don't do the normal type of TA with the different support and resistance lines and this and that. Yes, I do still follow those type of rules on those type of trends at times, but that can't be the only thing you base your decisions on. And so I have found a lot of patterns and thing in Bitcoin that relates to other things as well. And I've drawn some bar trend patterns, as you can see. So this gold bar trend pattern, if you can see in the video, is the one that Bitcoin's been following for quite some time. And what's funny about this gold bar trend pattern and how I came up with this pattern is actually not based off of Bitcoin. It's based off of something else. And I can't give away all my secrets, but it is based on something that had a similar pattern to Bitcoin, to where I could start a bar trend pattern from a certain price range and from a certain trend in the chart. And it created this bar trend pattern. And it's basically been pretty damn accurate. It's actually insane. Recently, since April, as you can see, this trend had it going here and then falling off a cliff. Now, at the time, I didn't believe this was going to happen, because there's been times in the bar trend, like, for example, like right here where it was going to crash, but it actually pumped. And then here where it was going to pump, and then it did actually pump a little bit. And then it's not perfect. Bar trends aren't going to be 100% perfect. You will have the times where they are, but then you'll have a lot of times where they go the opposite way or they don't really follow. But all in all, the major trend of the pattern is what you're looking for. So the major trend of this pattern has been following, and it actually is pretty absurd. Let me kind of zoom in a little on this. You can see that it followed this exactly once we left this Fibonacci range. And I do Fibonacci ranges on this chart by time, not by price ranges, as most people draw this Fibonacci pattern, the other way from the price. I draw it from time frames, okay? Because Fibonacci runs on time and sequences and numbers, and it can go either way. It can go towards price or time. That's the beauty of Fibonacci, is it's really a mystery of the universe, and everything has a Fibonacci code in it. And so if you can decipher that code is when you can see possibly into the future. So that's what I'm doing here. And yeah, it's been following this ever since this Fibonacci change in time. And you can see right here, it bucked the trend a little bit. It was supposed to pump a little bit more, and it went ahead of the chart, ahead of the pattern. Okay. And so because of that, it's corrected like the pattern said. And you can see here that this pattern has us going down 40% before the correction at the bottom. Okay, so where are we here with Bitcoin's price? If you go down, it went down 36% and then it went back up. So is this the bottom? Well, for me, guys, I base a lot of things on time, not necessarily price or support and resistance. And so this trend has us reversing within the next day or two is where the bottom would be. Now, obviously, if it does reverse, this would have been the bottom here. But it's hard to pinpoint it exactly. And so I've actually been in Tether since about right here. I got into Tether about 40K with some of my altcoins like Solana and Avalanche and Binance Smart Chain and different things like that. I still hold Ethereum and Bitcoin, and I didn't tether everything because I believe in crypto long term. And there's been so many times when I've even sold tons of crypto in like 2018, 2019, 2020. I look back and it's like I lost so much money selling, even though at the time I was making money. I end up losing money in the long term. So I want to keep most of it in crypto, but I do want to take advantage of price swings and be able to take advantage of those dips and, kind of get more crypto. So what I'm looking at here is we are potentially going to reverse. Like I said, May 21st would be the last time to get in. So, and actually about a day or two, I'm going to convert because actually this bar trend pattern, like I said, it kind of gets ahead of it. So this may be it. This may be the last time to get in close to 30K. So because of that, I'm going to be watching this pretty closely. And so definitely by the 21st, it looks like we could have a little quick dip on the 21st, as you can see on there. And then we may be going back up to start the next bull cycle throughout the end of the year. And this bull cycle, according to this chart pattern, is looking pretty absurd. And this bar trend, like I said, if it follows the uptrend, would be absurd. It'd be insane. But you never know. There could be some type of world event, something that happens to cause this. It's pretty crazy how these Fibonacci sequences end up coming to fruition when you really least expect it. And in this case, like I said, around May 20th, which is tomorrow, I think is when the bottom is going to be in. Then there might be a little short squeeze. See that little short squeeze right here? We may get a little 5% short squeeze and then start spiking up. And where this has us going is pretty remarkable, guys. As you can see, look at this, okay? So obviously, if it follows this, would be astronomical. It would be really great. I don't think it's going to follow this completely because it has us going up close to 20x. That's a 15x right here. Let's just do it to right here, okay? So that'd be about a 13x in 110 days. So you're looking at from now until September, we're going to go up about 13x. So if Bitcoin did that, we would go up 1,300% over here. That's 16. So it'd be about $420,000. Now, I don't think we get up that high. I think more realistically is back around the 100K range, especially 50 to 80 is where I do see us heading potentially here. I think we'll hit 80,000 on July 31st of 2022. And then I could see us going up, hitting this resistance at about 118,000. And then having this type of correction, and then possibly going back up. It'll be pretty insane if we get a 10x from here, but it's not out of the range of possibilities, guys. It's not out of the range of possibilities. Is it going to happen with certainty? No. Is it a possibility? Yes. Now, a lot of things would have to happen right for this to happen. There'd have to be some countries that use crypto as collateral. There needs to be a lot of things that go right to bring in all of this volume to cause this price pump. It could happen. There's a lot of money floating around. A lot of people are looking to put their money places. The bond market is pretty bad, and there's a lot of baby boomer money out there. All right, so let's look at a couple other charts. This is another one, kind of different. Some different Fibonacci lines as well. Pitchfork lines here. Okay, so you can see we hit this blue support line. And this blue support line we hit back here, we touched during the COVID crash, and then we just continued to spike up. So pretty remarkable that it's kind of very similar. And actually the COVID crash, we touched the purple line. So that's why the purple line, it could happen. It still could happen. This bar trend where it still has us going down a little bit more, okay, because we never actually got the second dip, because that's what I was kind of waiting for, because this one has us going, all right, it has us going down, back up, down again, and then up. All right, so we haven't gotten that yet. All right, we haven't, we got the down and then the back up, but we didn't get the second back down. All right, so if we do get that, that could actually lead us to this range, which is the 21,000 range, which Michael Saylor, the big Bitcoin investor, would get liquidated and have to either add more cash to his leverage trade that he's leveraging or lose all of his Bitcoin. And that would be pretty bad, but it could flush out him, and then that would cause actually Bitcoin to pump astronomically if he was flushed out. And yeah, because it tends to do that, because when there's too much of one big holder of Bitcoin, I don't know, it doesn't seem to really pump. It needs to like get flushed out. So if Michael Saylor got flushed out, then yes, Bitcoin would then pump to astronomical levels. That's just what it does. Now, this could be it. You know, like I said, it could just touch the blue line like this back in May or back in March. And then after we touch the blue line, okay, so from the blue line, we went up about 10x. So, like I said, could that happen again? It's in the range of possibilities, guys. It's in the range of possibilities. From here, going up 10x would be up here. Like I said, that'd be close to 300,000. All right. So most likely, at the very peak, we'll get up to this purple line yet again. This purple line of resistance. Okay, see how we broke through the purple line here? We used a support. We couldn't break through. Oh, support again. And then we fell off the purple line, and that started the bear market. Okay, so ever since then, but if we do something similar to, we come up to this purple line, you know, over time, okay, and we touch it and then find support, all right, and then fall. That's probably what is going to happen, okay? So the 10x is very possible within this year, guys. So we could see a $200,000, $300,000 Bitcoin if it follows the same type of trends. Obviously, like I said, a lot of things are going to happen. It's just not magically going to go up just because these lines and these things have been hit and different things. That doesn't mean it's just going to happen. All right. So certain things have to happen in the world, and different things have to line up correctly for it to do that. All right. So we look at the line chart with the Ichimoku Cloud. Right now, we're under the Ichimoku Cloud, which on the 18-hour time frame doesn't happen too frequently. You know, we fell down over here. Okay, look, and then it took us a little while, but then look, we had another double bottom. So here again, you know, we're kind of in this same range here. You know, look, we even had that second dip. That was a 20% dip. Very similar, very similar. So that's still in the cards. You know, maybe, you know, we do dip another 20%, 25% before we go up another, you know, maybe we just double here. This is looking like 126%. That would probably be more conservative based on the charts. You know, I always like those home run numbers, but, you know, if we just get back up to 60,000, that wouldn't be too bad. Now, this would be kind of a long wait, because by the time you're looking like 2 months. So 2 months of sideways, a little bit, a double bottom. All right, right there. Boom, boom. And then we start pumping up. Could it be very similar? Yes. Now, with Ichimoku clouds, what I like to use them is, you can see once you break through the cloud, like here, for example, make it a little bit easier to see. All right. When we broke through here, see how the red and the blue lines are going up? The cloud is very thin right there. You broke through. That's very bullish. You would take a long position right here, or you would transfer your tether back to Bitcoin at that point. Okay. So can we get the same thing? Well, let's see. Let me get rid of this drawings here real quick. So right now the cloud is very thick. It doesn't really want to do it. As you can see over here, it was kind of a fake out, fake people out from 40K to 48K and then fell off a cliff. So that is possible. That's why Ichimoku isn't really the be all end all of indicators, but it is good to just see where we're at. All right. Now this other one here is more Fibonacci rings and pitchforks to find support and resistance levels. And also this indicator here that I've been using, let me get rid of that. This is a moonshine indicator from an old project that I was invested in that had an indicator. So what I like to use this is, you can see that here we have fallen down pretty low. Okay. So very rarely does it ever hit these levels. We almost, got down pretty low here in the bear market. We got down pretty low here, but then that was a reversal. All right, so rarely does the volume get that low right there. So pretty good. As far as the Fibonacci lines, okay, let's zoom in on this. So we touch this white line. Now, what's the significance of this white line? Well, if we follow it back, this white line is what we fell off here on the first crash after the Winklevoss twins ETF didn't get approved. That was back in 2018. A lot of people probably don't remember that, but I can remember all these different things with crypto. It's just, I kind of have that type of brain that remembers things like that. All right, so that line, it fell off that line and caused a crash. And here, all right here, we broke through that line, and that caused the pump of 2020. All right, once we broke out of that resistance, look, we went up, 4 or 5x. Okay, now we're back here, and we touched that line again and found support, instant support, and we shot back up, and we're above the line. So very interesting, very interesting. Could that cause another pump? Time will tell. As far as right now, I'm still just in the time frame that within the next couple days, I will definitely be converting most of my stable coins back to either Bitcoin. I did a few in Solana because I was holding some Solana in my Phantom wallet. Okay. And yeah, just ride it out towards the end of the year. All right. Because my main goal is to acquire cryptocurrency and hold cryptocurrency, not to hold stable coins. But here and there, it is good to get into stable coins to hedge against the market. So here is a Tensor Charts. This shows you buy and sell volume and different indicators that you can use to get kind of a better visual look into the market and what's really going on. So right now, there's a lot more buying than selling. As you can see, the ratio of the trades counter. This is from Coinbase Pro. So that's what's caused the pump. As you can see, look at, these are big orders coming in. All right. You can see the books. Okay. You can see the books. You can see where people have buy and sell here. And right now, there's not much resistance. Okay. There was a little resistance here. Some sell orders at 3,100, some here at 32. But we're in the clear now. Those orders are no longer there. And there's not many buys. So what I like to look with this is it can kind of give you an indication. Like, for example, when we were right here, look at this back here, guys. Okay. So we were back here. There was a lot of resistance at 42,000, a lot of sell orders at 42. Once we broke through 42, there wasn't any more sell orders. There was all this buy. Look at all these buy orders came in at these lower levels ahead of the price. And I'm going, at the time I was like, why are all these buy orders? They're waiting for something because they know what's going on. Okay. These are big money players. And they look at all these buy orders got filled all the way down. This one didn't. These two levels didn't. 24K and 25K. Okay. But almost all these levels got filled. These ones didn't. But all in all, it can really be a good indication. Now, right now, there's not really much to see. There's a little bit of buy orders at the 28K range. There's some at the 28.5. Okay. No resistance, really. No sell orders out there. So I think people are they've already accumulated and they're just holding. They're just holding right now. And this may be the time to get back into the market. Definitely within the next day or two. Like I said, I might even jump it early. I might even by the end of tonight. I might even, depending on what the chart looks like, I might even jump back in after tonight. So yeah, guys, it's pretty interesting just to look at this stuff, the Tensor Charts. You can really just get a good visual, more than just regular candlesticks or Heikin-Ashi. You can really just see the trends. I mean, you can see, look, the more green than red, that's more buys than sells. That's what price is based on, supply and demand, right? And you can see, look, it switched right here. It changed. There's more red came in, and then the red started, and then the red, and then right here was a fake out, big time fake out, and then a bunch of buy orders at the bottom levels came in, which was an indication that, hey, we might be going lower here. And then we got a lot of red here. These green arrows are an indication of a potential bottom. The last time we got green arrows on this Tensor chart was pretty far back. Well, actually back here. Okay. So once we got the arrows, we did pump up a little bit. We pumped up about 50%, but then we had another 50% drop. It's tough to tell. I don't really want to base it just on these arrows. But yeah, guys, it's this could be the time. This could be the time. So, if you're not in the market, if you've been tethered, if you're in stable coins waiting, the time is coming soon, guys. The time is coming soon, in my opinion, of course. None of this is financial advice or advice to invest at all. But this is just what I'm looking at. I decided I want to make a video to share with anybody that's subscribed and some of the old time subscribers that are in my old Telegram chat. Some people I've been known for close to half a decade here. And yeah, I just want to get this out because it's been a long time since I made a video, and I just wanted to share my knowledge and what I've been looking at with charts and with Bitcoin. Hope you guys appreciate that. If you do, then please hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel. I can't guarantee when I will be making another video, as my life is pretty busy at the moment. I'm working multiple jobs, and I'm basically working 7 days a week now. Some weeks I really don't have an off day. Maybe 1 day a week I get off, because with the type of work I do, it's really hit and miss, and I have to be available for different things. And it's like, maybe I'm not working all day, but I need to be available for when I am. And so, it's just hit and miss. I'm trying to accumulate cash. I'm trying to accumulate crypto on the side. And so it gets busy. And so I'm trying to eventually be able to purchase, a nice place, a nice house, and live comfortably for a long time. So hope you guys are in the same boat. Hope you guys are doing well. Thank you for all the loyal subscribers that have still stayed subscribed to this channel, even though it's been quite some time since I put out some content. And yeah, guys, I appreciate that. Hope you guys are making some money. And yeah, maybe when Pulse Chain launches, that'll kind of get me back in the rhythm of making videos, and it'll just be a nice thing. I hope you guys will be able to sacrifice for Pulse and Pulse X. I didn't put much in it. I put like $450 into Pulse and another like $250 into Pulse X. So got me a good amount based on the testnet. I'm looking at around 2 million Pulse and about 1 million Pulse X. So if if that makes me $1 million, I will be ecstatic. Even if it makes me 100K, I'll be very, very happy. Other than that, guys, hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys make some money. Hope you guys are being safe and healthy out there in this world. And until the next time, we will talk again. Creative Crypto out.